Hello, hello. Every time I forget to turn the settings off. Hi, everybody. And then I always realize it once I put the just chatting screen on, because then it's like front and center in your face. And I'm shoot, man. Oh, how's it going? How's it going? I hope everyone's having a better week than me. It's been quite the week for your little barista here. I mean, it really feels like everything that could have gone wrong this week went wrong. It's been a little bit rough, but that's okay. That's okay, because tomorrow's Friday, and my God, do I need it. Hey, I noticed my model's lagging a little bit. Give me 1 second. I'm going to restart my my model software. Sorry, give me 1 second. There we go. Sorry about that. This looks much better. Holy moly, I don't know what that was. Oh, you know, I've got to think of a better setup here, because my computer is too close to my AC unit. And so what happens is I have to turn my AC off when I stream. And it's getting to be summer where I'm at. And it's hot. It's hot. And so sometimes I'm streaming and I'm roasted. So I got to figure something out. Well, it's another Ace Attorney day. I'm hoping to kind of right the ship of this crazy week that it's been for me. If you tuned into the Tuesday stream, you probably saw the shit show that stream was from a tech issue standpoint. My game crashed, so there went the Pokemon Nuzlocke because we didn't save. Lesson learned, I guess. But Ace Attorney, fingers crossed, knock on wood, never gives me any trouble. So I'm hoping it should be an easy day today. Do some investigating. Maybe get into the court case a little bit. I don't know if we'll finish the case because I don't know how long this case is. It's the final case of the game, so I'm assuming it's kind of long. Probably going to take all 3 days, but I assume we'll get pretty far. I just don't know if we'll finish it. As always, the volume can be a little bit off sometimes with this game. So if the stream is too loud or if I am too loud, please let me know. Otherwise, we can get into it. I think where we left off last time, we all but cleared Miles' name. And I don't think Miles is really a suspect anymore. But the trial is continuing tomorrow. Maya interrupted the court to save Miles, which is why she is locked up right now. But I think she's going to be coming out of there pretty soon. Sorry, I'm opening a water. I just finished a coffee, which doesn't help with how hot I am. So I've got a room temperature water and an ice-cold LaCroix, as always. I don't think there's anything to talk about. Yep, we already talked to her. But we'll run through it again just to recap, and then we'll start investigating a little bit. Have you been questioned yet? No, not yet. Detective Gumshoe was here just now. He said, seeing as this is your first offense, we'll let you go after questioning. Oh, and he wanted me to get bail money ready. You can pay for me, okay? I don't have any money. We've been over this already. I don't get paid for my trials. I don't know. I guess they'll send you a bill or something. Great. Great. Why do I picture giant bales of money every time I hear the word bail? Well, I think that's a pretty accurate representation. Any luck with Mia? None. I can't get through to her at all. I tried. I really did. I don't know what to do. I think I probably shouldn't have stopped my training. I can't argue with that, but I am willing to give her the benefit of the doubt because she did clutch up in the last trial. Without her ending up behind bars, Miles is probably behind bars himself, so that's taking one for the client, and I appreciate that. I should check and see if there are any waterfalls in the local area. Yeah, so she can train, Wonder if I'll ever see my sister again. Ah, considering how she has to use you to channel, I don't know if you will. I guess we'll just start hopping around the different locations. December 26th, Wright & Co. Law Offices. Sure is quiet around with nobody here. Right, I have to get Maya out of that detention cell soon. Head on over to Gourd Lake. There are fewer than there were yesterday, but the cops are still around in the park. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe is here today. I also wonder. Let's go look around the park. Haven't seen Larry around today at all. Probably off paying through the nose on a date with the lovely Kiance. Where is everybody? Am I crazy? Where did everybody go? Looks like the boat rental shop is closed today, too. It was closed yesterday. Okay. Go over to the woods. There's Gumshoe. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Hey, Raven. How's it going? Welcome in. Hope you're having a good week, Raven. Hope it's better than mine. Mine's been a rough week, but we're here. Tomorrow's Friday. You know, we're vibing. It's okay. Hey, pal. The trial today, yeah? What about the trial? Well, I was gonna say good show, but it wasn't really all that. I mean, I cleared my defendant's name. I cleared my client. Though you did save Edgeworth, I guess. I just wasn't sure how to thank you, you know? Oh yeah, that's right. Gumshoe really wanted to save Edgeworth, which we did. Wait, so if my client is innocent, why am I going back into trial tomorrow? It's not my job to find the one who did it. It's my job to defend my client. Why am I going back into the trial tomorrow if he's innocent? Maybe he's not officially innocent? I don't know. Detective Gumshoe, any idea what strategy Von Karma is planning for tomorrow? Sounds like he's bringing in another witness. Another witness? Because the first one went so well. Oh, right. He said something about that in the trial today. There were 2 witnesses. Oh, that's all he said? All right, cool. I was wondering who that other witness was. Who was it? Sorry, pal. As much as I'd like to, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Right. Well, I wanted to ask you something about Edgeworth. What's up? Is he afraid of earthquakes? I never heard anything about that before. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't talk about himself too much, see? But there's a thing that's clear as day. Him hating crime the way he does, and him becoming a prosecutor, and him being scared of earthquakes. It all started with that incident. Huh. The DL6 incident? Yep, that's the one. Yeah, if I'm remembering right, I think it was Edgeworth's dad was the victim. Edgeworth's dad was a defense attorney, and he was the victim in the DL6 incident, which Maya's mother was used as a witness in, if I'm remembering everything correctly. 15 years ago, when he saw his father shot before his very eyes. He still feels the pain now. You can see it in his eyes. I wanted to talk to you about Maya Fey. Huh? She's not out on bail yet? That's strange. Well, Gumshoe, I can't bail her out, man. I don't have any money. I told them to let her go as soon as they had their report written out. Man, oh, there's a fly. I got away. Dang it. I don't know what would have happened in that courtroom today if it weren't... Oh, he's back. Okay. I don't know what would have happened in that courtroom today if it weren't for her. Seeing her getting dragged out by the bailiff, fly. This is going to be a long stream if this thing keeps bugging me. I'll be honest with you, pal. I shed a tear or two. Mr. Edgeworth, he was so moved I saw his lip trembling. Aw, I think deep down he is a nice guy. Even if he did try to throw me in jail. Cold as ice, Edgeworth? He was really grateful for what you did, you know. I'm gonna head back to the station. I'll get the report on Maya and get her out here as soon as I can. Thank you. Oh, wait! I was wondering, how much is bail gonna be? Don't worry about that. Mr. Edgeworth is posting the whole amount. He's a good guy. Edgeworth is a good guy. Huh? Edgeworth? Didn't I tell you? He's grateful to her for what she did. All right, pal. Well, don't forget to go pick her up, okay? Huh. That's very nice of him. Maybe I can get Edgeworth to pay this month's rent, too. I mean, as long as he pays us for defending him, we're fine. But I don't think he has. All right, well, in that case, if Edgeworth is going to take care of Maya's bail, let's go get her. Hey, Nick, you finally came. They just finished the paperwork. I'm free to go. Edgy, my man. I know, this is character development. This is character development. Now can we get some money? I'm hoping. Hey, at least Maya's getting money, I guess, technically, to get her out. But I would also like to be paid. Free at last, huh? Those interrogators were really mean. They were like, okay, what did you do this time? Oh, yeah, she's been here before behind bars. They're probably like, this girl's a real problem. But really, she just keeps getting the short end of the stick. Like I was some kind of criminal. Can you believe it? Well, they let you out in the end, didn't they? Oh, that reminds me. Thanks for bail. Thank Edgeworth. Huh? He posted bail for you. Said he was grateful for what you did. Mr. Edgeworth did that? I have to make it up to him. We've got to win this case, Nick. Okay, so maybe he is still technically on trial, although the judge seems pretty convinced that Edgeworth is innocent, which is all that matters to me. What do you think we should do next? We're kind of lacking in the clues department. We could go to the park and look for Gordy. Yeah, that's a really good way to spend our time. Let's go look for the mythical monster, Maya. That's a very good idea. I was kidding. I don't believe you. Still, if there are any clues out there, the park's as good a bet as any. What do you say? Shall we head down there? Sure. Have you noticed anything lately? You know, I did notice one thing while I was here in detention. It's really pretty comfortable here. It's warm and they keep it very clean. Well, we can get you a permanent room. I meant, have you noticed anything about the case? Well, not much more than that, no. She's probably still upset about Mia. I should leave her alone. All right, let's go back to the park. Look for Gordy, I guess. There aren't many cops around today, are there? They're probably back at the precinct working up the case against Edgeworth. Hey, y'all. Oh, great. Awesome. Hey, Lotta. Hi, how's it going? Long time no see. Sorry about what happened in there. It's all business, you get it. Y'all really did it today. What did we do now? Nah, I'm not complaining. See, I did a little thinking, a little self-reflection, you might say. I realized that being a witness is a mighty big responsibility. Yeah, that's what we tried to tell you. It's not a game. But I just went up there and started blabbing any old thing that came to mind. That's problematic and illegal. Is she not going to face any repercussions for this? Lotta. So you see, I want to make it up to y'all. Make it up. What did you think of the trial? To be honest, I was doing it half just to say I'd been a witness, even though I didn't really see anything. I kind of convinced myself I had, though. I'm sorry, I know I caused y'all a lot of trouble. Well, memory is a tricky, vague little thing. Yeah, I sure know that now. I'll be fine the next time I witness a murder. You know, I listened to a true crime podcast, and one of the investigators on there say that people who, like, witness a murder, what happens, I don't listen to a lot of true crime podcasts, I listen to, like, this one, but people that witness a murder, their mind, like, plays a trick on them sometimes to where they actually do believe they can pick out the witness, like they know what they sound like, they know what they look like, but a lot of times that information's wrong, but their brain is in such a frenzy that it's like convinced that they know exactly what the witness looks like, or exactly what the culprit looks like. It's really interesting. I have a hate-hate relationship with Lotta. Yeah, it was tough. Her being up there was tough. I mean, to be fair, because she was such a terrible witness, it kind of put Edgeworth in a good spot. We were able to get Edgeworth innocent, so to that I'm grateful, because she was such a terrible witness that it really destroyed the prosecution's credibility. So I guess to that, at least, I can thank her. You mean the first time you witnessed a murder? What about Gordy? Right. Well, the way I figure, the trial's only stoking the flames of Gordy fever. I'll get my exclusive photos and rocket to stardom. All right, Lotta, you go, girl. I wish I could be an investigative photographer, too. Finish your spirit medium training first, seriously. All right, well then tell me how you're going to make it up to me. Well, you see, actually, I got a bit of information for you. Is that so, Lotta? Is that so? Huh? That Von Karma didn't want me to say nothing about it. That Von Karma is one shady guy. What information? Now we're getting to the heart of it. See, I reckon we might be able to do ourselves a little exchange. Exchange? I thought this was to make it up to us. Yeah, I don't think she understands exactly what that means. I propose a little exchange to make it up to you. What? Information don't come cheap, my friend. I feel like you're, like, required to divulge that information in cases like this. I could be wrong, but, like, I'm pretty sure you can't just keep it to yourself. Hey, I see you thinking, my, how unsophisticated these southern folks are. It's written all over your face. Let me tell you, most southerners are way more sophisticated than you. I'm just the exception, okay? Well, what'll it be? We gonna deal or not? I mean, I guess we can deal. I don't think we have much of a choice. We could really use a pocket Mia, so let's hope Maya can get her shit together. God, I know. I know. Like, shout out Maya. She did save that trial. However, Mia might have been able to save it without getting locked up behind bars. So, like, if we can get Mia on our side here, maybe for day 3. You know, I am assuming this trial's going to go 3 days. Maybe we can get Mia for day 3, you know? We don't have any other leads, so I don't think we have a choice here. Okay, how much? Huh? You completely off your rocker? I may not be sophisticated, but I'm not trying to rob the poor. Thank you. I appreciate that, Lotta. The only fair exchange for information is information. Listen good. What I need from you is information about Gordy. Why would I have that? But Gordy might not exist. Then bring me proof that shows he don't. Huh. That's tough. That's a tough ask, Lotta. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll be keeping watch from the car, okay? You see something? Y'all come to me first, got it? Okay. I mean, not necessarily the top of my priority list right now, if I'm being honest with you. But I guess if I stumble across something, I might let you know. You don't seriously mean we're hunting for Gordy? I sure do. What about Edgeworth? We're searching for Gordy for him, Nick. Don't you get it? Okay, and how exactly do we search for a make-believe monster? Maybe we can find a monster myth specialist? I have a feeling that we're finally going to get to use the boathouse. Oh, maybe we'll even find someone a little sooner. What's that? That's the Steel Samurai! He wasn't up to... Larry! Hi, Larry. Yo, Maya. Larry, what the heck is that? Oh, it was my girl Kiance's idea. She was all, if you like it, put this here, it would be like really cool. Dude, she gave it to me along with the banner. You know what, Larry? Seems like a good business idea. I'm not even gonna fault you for it. Nick has stopped using drugs for good. He now uses them for evil. He uses the drugs to get Mia there, whether it's for good or for evil. It's just so that we can defend our client. That's real impressive she could find those for you. Yeah, who's this Kiance and what connections does she have? She knows a lot of people. And that show's finished now, so she got them for free. That's crazy. Well, Larry, how you been? When did you get that big thing? Huh? Oh, the big guy? I've had that for about a month, yeah. It's a big hit with the kids. Why wasn't it there yesterday or 2 seconds ago when I was here? Huh? Oh, right. The compressor was busted. Cool. Compressor? Yeah, it's that little unit by my hot dog stand. That's what I used to put the air in the Steel Samurai. It broke a little while ago, so I sent it in for repairs. And here I thought you'd inflated it by yourself. That would be insane. Can't wait if we ever have a guilty client, we have to smudge evidence in our favor. I do wonder if we're ever going to get a guilty client. All of them have been innocent so far. I do wonder. Be interesting for sure. There's 6 games. I wonder if it happens at least at some point. Well, 6 mainline games. Yo, Nick. What happened with Edgy? Well, we made it through the first day in court all right. I wouldn't say we made it all right. I don't know how good our prospects are from here on, though. Huh. Hey, Larry, did you know Mr. Edgeworth's secret weakness? He's terrified of earthquakes. He acts like a little boy. Huh? That's weird. I don't think he was ever like that in school. No? Huh. Well, we were only in the same class for a little bit. He transferred schools pretty quickly. Transferred? Right, when the DL6 incident happens. That checks out. DL6 incident happens, he transfers schools, he gets all of his little fears. Not little fears, they're big fears. Doesn't look like Larry knows much about it, though. Well, Larry, I don't know if there's really anything here for me to do. Examine these 2 things and move along. Doesn't that Steel Samurai look a little out of place? That's true, it is kind of sitting in the middle of nowhere. Something about this Steel Samurai just doesn't work for me. Really? Looks pretty well made to me. Still a novice, aren't you, Nick? Really, true connoisseurs like Cody and me don't fall for this kind of stuff. These Steel Samurai fans are obviously in a league of their own. Well, explain, Maya. What's wrong with it? Like, what's the problem? Alright. I'm gonna head over to where we might be able to see Gordy. It's always so quiet here. Yeah, we haven't seen anyone here yet. Wonder if the boat shop is closed for good. Well, with the murder on the lake and all, they're probably just taking a vacation till it blows over. I get it. Still nothing. Still nothing here, huh? Although, these boats... The murder took place in a boat from this dock. Apparently, the police took away the actual boat that was used that night. Oh, okay, that's what I was looking for. Indeed, there's a space for one more boat at the dock. Is there now? must be out of view. Huh. Alrighty. Let's see. The only other thing I can think of we need to find some information on Gordy would be here. I don't know where else we'd go. What if the dude who shot the dude that Edgy didn't do was hiding? Well, alright, pause. What if the dude who shot the dude that Edgy didn't do was hiding inside the samurai thing? The dude who shot the dude, like the actual culprit, and he's just chilling inside the gigantic samurai statue? Could be. Oh, hey, Lada. Hi, Lada. Y'all find anything out about Gordy? Not yet. Well, keep moving. It gets cold out here at nighttime. It is a bit chilly. I think I have to sneeze. No, oh. Well. Me English bad? That's okay, that's okay. I got to the end of it. I figured it out. Just took me a second. It's my first and worst language. There you go. Second, but point stands. Is it actually? What's your first language? I told y'all, no sneezing. See, I set the camera to respond to things a little softer than a bang. It'd trigger on one of Von Karma's finger snaps now. I wonder if I can do one of those. Can you guys hear that? No, that's terrible. Hang on. That's about all I can do. I don't know if you can hear it. I don't know how Von Karma makes it so epic. I'm sorry. Yeah, well, sorry's nice, but what about my film? No, we can't be paying anymore. We can't be paying anymore. Japanese, English, and Mandarin. Get out. That's awesome. That's awesome. My friend speaks Mandarin. I learned something in today's trial, that's for sure. Testifying is serious business. That's why I decided not to talk about that case anymore. Huh? Didn't you say you had information about the case? Tell us that at least. Like I said, I'll trade it for the dirt on Gordy. Alright, well, we're gonna have to go find the dirt on Gordy then. I just don't know where we're gonna do it. Go back to the entrance. Is it gonna... Will we find information on Gordy at the criminal law office? Hey there, pal. What's up? You look out of sorts. Wait, you didn't go and do something that's gonna hurt Mr. Edgeworth's case again. Again? What do you mean again? Whatever, have a seat, pal. I'm here for you if you need anything. Besides money, that is. Great, awesome. Awesome. How's the investigation going? It's not really. We have another meeting coming up. We're supposed to talk about Mr. Edgeworth's motive. His motive? See, Mr. Edgeworth's father died in the DL6 incident, and the guy who got the lone suspect declared innocent was the victim in this case. Oh, that's right. That's right. Robert Hammond. They're saying that's why Mr. Edgeworth shot him. And Edgeworth never talks about his past. I bet they'll drag that out and hit him with it in court tomorrow, too. Ooh, is Edgeworth gonna take the stand tomorrow? That'd be fun. That'd be fun. I gotta admit, doesn't look good, pal. Well, enough about our client. Do you know about the mythical creature Gordy? The monster down in Gourd Lake? Not personally, no. Well, we're looking for it. Huh? Are you out of your minds? Gumshoe, hear me out, man. I know it sounds crazy, but it all makes sense. I promise it'll work out. You just gotta trust me. How about doing a little questioning for me, then? Detective Gumshoe is scaring me, Nick. Me too, Maya. Me too. I told Detective Gumshoe about the deal with Lana. Nick, try telling him sooner next time. Sorry. I see, pal. Sorry for shouting at you. This video is sponsored by Gourd VPN. Use promo code Depresso VTuber for 20% off your Gourd VPN service. Okay, I, Detective Gumshoe, will aid your search for Gordy. We're teaming up? I'll loan you one of our newest secret weapons for finding evidence. Secret weapon, huh? Really? You can take whichever one you like. Oh? Oh? Give us the goods. Hold on now, everything in due time. First, let me show them to you. These are our best and brightest. Introducing secret weapon number 1, missile. Missile? What's up, Kier? I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to elaborate. Missile? He's a canine police dog. I want the dog. I want the dog. Missile. Missile. Here, boy. I want the dog. I don't care about anything else. I don't care what the other secret weapons are. I want the dog. Here he is. Hey, he's cute. Look, Nick. A cute dog. And this will help us how? Next, secret weapon number 2, a fishing pole. This is my own personal pole, and you're lending it to me. How kind. Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for a monster. Yeah. How are we supposed to catch a whole sea monster with a fishing pole? Never know till you try. Hey, you know what? He's got a point. I just don't want to break your fishing pole. And this next one is the last one. No, please, I'm already overwhelmed by our choices. There's too many good ones to pick from. Secret weapon number 3, a metal detector. This one probably sounds like the one we should take, but I want the dog. Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for something alive. Right. How are we supposed to find it with a metal detector? You never know, it might have been eating soda cans. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Well, which will it be? I can't make up my mind, Nick. They all seem so perfect. I can't make up my mind either for the totally opposite reason. They all seem so useless. Oh well, I suppose it can't hurt to borrow one of them. I'm borrowing Missile. Any day I'm borrowing Missile. Sure thing, pal. Be good to him. He's so cute. Missile, a canine unit in training. Very cute with shiny eyes. Well, now what? Now do we just go back here and what do we do with him? Like, is he in the? What am I supposed to do with Missile? Go sniff, boy. Go sniff over there. Go. I don't know. What am I supposed to do here? Larry, do you want to see the dog? Missile's been acting strangely. Oh, right. That little creature of the detectives. Hey, I love little doggies. Good boy, good boy. Oh, he does not like Larry. He does not like Larry. Can we just keep him? Can we keep Missile for ourselves? I hope so. Make him a permanent member of the team. What's wrong, Missile? Oh, he hates Larry. Oh! Oh. think he ate all the hot dogs. Oh, I'm sorry, Larry. I can't pay for this. I can't pay for this, Larry. No. It's gonna have to. I'm sorry, Larry. I'm really sorry. Alright, well, this has been suspiciously empty. But it doesn't look like our little dog is going to be able to find anything. At least not here. The samurai dogs, no. Rest in peace, the samurai dogs, and rest in peace to Larry's business. There's no one here anyway, Larry. It's Boxing Day. It's December 26th. No one's at the park on Boxing Day. Do. What am I supposed to do with this dog? Do you wanna pet the dog? What are you gonna do if Gordy doesn't exist? I'll quit being an investigative photographer. Wow, you're banking your whole career on Gordy, huh? After all, I only have one photo to my name so far. Was it a good one? You bet. A UFO. A UFO. Anyway, if I can't get a career-making photo this time around, then that's it. I'll quit and go back to school. Huh? So you really are a university student? Yeah, well, I'm taking a break for a bit. Right. I guess this is the option we'll select when we have some proof of Gordy. Rip our bank account? Time to take out another loan? I don't think we can afford it. It's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. I don't know what to do with this dog. What do you want to see? Here, Larry. Do you want to see him? It's Missile, isn't he cute? And he doesn't like him. Oh, this is so sad. Maybe the stand is a front for a mafia money laundering scheme. That's great thinking, Maya. We should put Larry on trial and defend him, so then we can get some money. We just need to make up crimes, blame them on Larry, and then defend him. It's an endless money-making scheme. There's no flaws. My poor dogs. Alright, well, I don't know where we're gonna find any clues on this dude. If we go back to the entrance and try to move from here, there's only a few places we could go. We could go to the law office. Fresh air, I gotta say, freedom feels great. Behave yourself in the courtroom tomorrow, okay? Misbehaving's much more fun. Oh, she caught a wind of how it feels to be a rebel. Our credit score is on life support. It's in the ground. It's in the ground. It's not going to be so much fun when Edgeworth refuses to pay your bail again. All right, now behave. Thank you, Maya. Thank you. Nothing to do here. Grossberg Law Offices. Maybe there's something for Gordy here. Maybe this guy wants to see our dog. Apparently, Mr. Grossberg is on vacation today. Guess I can come back tomorrow if I need anything. Perfect. Okay, so then it's definitely at the park that we're going to find the information on Gordy. Oh, you know what else? I bet I know what to do. I bet you have to go, like, exchange the different things that you take with Gumshoe. So we'll go give one last scan of the park and see. So we can't really do anything. Missile here. So let's go show Missile to, well, Lotta. See if that gives us anything, and then we'll start backtracking. Lotta, do you want to see my dog? Oh, I can't even show it. That's sad. Well, what else do I have to present? I could present this, right? An article about a monster? No, it's probably not going to let me present this, is it? Dang. Oh, wait. I had to present it this way. Hey, Lotta. Cute. He yours? He's a canine police dog. His name's Missile. Are we allowed to have this dog now that I'm thinking about it? I know that Gumshoe gave it to us, but, like, I don't... That seems like it shouldn't be allowed. Rebelling is cool and all, but make it light on our negative bank account. Yes, please. Yes, please, Maya. Huh. Canines are the ones they use to sniff for things, right? I wonder what Gordy smells like. Hadn't thought about that. Well, have you seen this article? Is this enough for information? This is pretty cool. You know, I was wondering. Yeah? What if you get a picture of Gordy and it turns out like this enlargement did? Y'all crazy? A blurry picture like this doesn't make a hit story. I need a picture that screams, I am Gordy, hear me roar. I can't turn something like that into a piece of paper. What kind of fool do you think I am? The kind of fool that would turn a blurry picture in as evidence in a murder trial. Yeah, check it out. Not to mention claiming she saw something she didn't see. Alrighty. Well, something tells me we've got just about all we can get out of this little guy. So maybe we should go back to the police department and swap them out. Gumshoe, it would be really nice if I could take all these at once. What will be your... Alright, we'll go with the metal detector next. Not sure what we're going to find with this, but remember, you're hunting for a monster. Anything is possible. True. True. Alright. Well, let's take this metal detector back to the park. And I wonder if I can, like, use it. I don't think so. Doesn't look like it, at least. Alright. Now, let's take it back to Larry here. What else can we do with it? Let's try moving... Now we'll move to the boat rental shop. Here we go. Now we've got it. Nick, it's beeping. The metal detector's found something. Sure is loud enough about it. Whatever it is, it must be buried in those bushes. Go check it out, Maya. Yeah, Maya, go check it out. Nick, look. Huh? An air tank. The valve looks broken. I thought it was Gordy. Maya, first of all, why would Gordy be in the bushes? And second of all, why would a metal detector react to a sea monster? Huh? There's something wrapped around this air tank. Looks like a string of flags. What is that? That's USA, Japan, and France? Might as well take it with us now that we found it. It's heavy. Air tank of dubious value retrieved. An empty air tank. The valve is open and a banner of flags is wrapped around it. Alright, well, we've got what we need from that perspective. I don't really know what that's going to do for us. But at least it's something, right? Alright, let's try going to the woods, see if this picks up on anything. It doesn't look like it. But I wonder if this is good enough for you. How about this? Is this good? I'd have to say I know exactly squat about that. Okay, that's not what she's looking for. That is not what she's looking for. Well, we've got our one thing, so let's go back now, I guess, to Gumshoe and trade him out. Oh, he's gone. Now that you mention it, didn't you say you had a meeting to go to? That's right, let's come back later. Okay, so there will be no searching for Gumshoe, unfortunately. There will be no trading out the secret weapons. And from this point on, I guess we've just got to figure it out ourselves. Alright, Larry, what do you have to say about this? What? An air tank? What about it? Larry, I wanted to ask you about this air tank. Is it yours, or have you seen it before? Hey, Hollow, how's it going? Welcome in. That's okay that you're late. No worries, no worries. We are just roaming around looking for clues on Gordy. Is this air tank yours? Why would I have a thing like that? I don't know, man. Look, see how there's a string of flags around the tank valve? It's just like the one you've got hanging up there. Must be a coincidence. Why is he acting so suspicious? Larry, what did you get yourself into? There's strings of flags everywhere these days. Like elementary schools and used car dealerships. Why would I need a tank anyway? Well, to inflate something. Or to go diving. Was he diving for Gordy? I'll say to inflate something. You used this to inflate that, didn't you? Inflate what? the gigantic steel samurai behind you. Now, why would you go asking me a question like that? Looks like I hit the nail on the head. Did L-Man kill the guy? What a turn of events that would be, huh? Right, actually, see, the compressor I always used was on the fritz. So I tried using the tank to inflate it just once, and it didn't go so well, as I suspected. I want to ask a little bit more about it, though. It didn't go so well. Do you think you could be a little more specific? He's so suspicious. I know. What is Larry hiding? Come on, look, it's embarrassing, so I really don't want to talk about it. Tell us, tell us. Fine, whatever. It's like I said, the compressor was busted, so I took the tank and tried to fill the samurai up with that, and then, blam. Oh! The valve busted open and made this incredible noise. And that tank there took off like a rocket. This picture of Larry is actually really good. And it took my poor deflated steel samurai with it. Off into Gourd Lake? Is that Gordy? Bro. That's so funny. There's no way, right? There's no way that's Gordy. So the tank and the steel samurai you were trying to fill up flew away. What happened next? Well, all that happened on the 20th or so. 20th, a week ago. Now, as far as I could see, the tank went flying into the lake, so I went out every night in a boat looking for it. I mean, Kianse gave me that steel samurai after all. And when did you find it? Just the night before last. Y'all. How does Larry keep ending up in these situations? It flew way out there. It took me 4 whole days to find it. Larry would never kill someone on purpose, at least. I could definitely see it happening on accident. The night before last was the night of the murder. Larry! What have you gotten yourself into this time? Sorry for not telling you, Nick. Actually, I was here on the night of the murder. But you see, I went home before midnight. So you didn't know about what happened? No. That's too bad. It's not all bad. We've solved one mystery, at least. A mystery. Maybe we should go tell her. Yeah, I think we've solved the Gordy situation. I think the Gordy situation was the Steel Samurai costume. Or the Steel Samurai inflatable. That's funny. Do I have some news for you? Well, Mr. Lawyer, I've got the info y'all need. Y'all got the scoop on Gordy for me? Yeah, about that. Lotta, there is no such thing as Gordy. How can y'all be so sure? Really, Nick? Maya, you were there. You were there. We just talked to him. Y'all got some proof Gordy doesn't exist? The proof that Gordy doesn't exist is here or is out there somewhere? Is here. Of course I have proof. No lawyer worth his badge would make a claim without the proof to back it up. Here's the proof that Gordy doesn't exist. It's the air tank. Take that! I know you're 2 feet in front of me, but take that! Larry's air tank? What are y'all doing with an air tank? This is Gordy. Excuse me? What exactly are you saying, Nick? There's a stand near here, a hot dog stand. There's a giant inflatable samurai doll there. About a week ago, an idiot who happens to be a friend of mine tried to fill it. He used this air tank, and when the valve blew, the tank flew into the lake. Apparently, it made a pretty loud bang when it flew. A bang. And there, yep. The tank, along with the still deflated samurai, fell into the lake at the same time. Wow. A couple is taking a photograph of the lake. This photo. Wait, so you're saying that Gordy is really the steel samurai? Not quite. I mean, I guess so. I guess if you want to use that conclusion, you can. Of course, Larry would be Gordy. I should have known. I should have known. Take that! He's excited, went to college so he could scream catchphrases. Yeah, hey, you know what? You've got the badge. You might as well scream the catchphrases every chance you get. Well, that's a fine way to ruin a gal's dreams. I'm sorry, Lotta. Nah, it's okay. You win. I'll give you your info like I promised. This is kind of sad. So tell us this information you have. A promise is a promise, I guess. I overheard the cops around here saying something about the witness tomorrow. They said he's the caretaker of the boat rental place up the path here. Interesting. Lawyer just so he can yell at people legally? Pretty much. Pretty much. Hey, listen, in the courtroom when things are intense, I get it. When you're just talking to someone, I think you can probably use like a quieter voice. That's just me, of course. Boat rental. There's someone there. I mean, it looks so deserted. Just an old guy living all by himself. Y'all should go check it out. Thanks, Lotta. We will. Let's get cracking, Nick. Hold on. Something else? Yeah, the night of the murder. My camera clicked twice, you know. Then why, Maya? Wait, so you have another photo? Well, yeah, but there's nothing in it at all, just the lake. Figured it wouldn't be much use as evidence, so I kept it to myself. Might not be helpful at all, but here, take it. Second lake photo shows an empty lake taken automatically on 12/24 at 11:50 p.m. I mean, our prosecution looks and sounds like goddamn Dracula. True, he does kind of look like Dracula now that you mention it. And he sounds terrifying. Bye now. Y'all take care. Time for me to pack up and leave. Dang, is that the last we see of her? Poor Lotta. It's all Larry's fault. Poor Larry. The legend still lives on, I guess. The legend? Yeah, the legend of Larry. Familiar to all who know him for any length of time. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Someone should whip that butts into shape. Let's see if we can see what this photo looks more like. Nope, can't see anything. Alrighty, over to the boat shop. December 26th, boat rental shop. Hey, Nick. This is the boat shop that Lotta was talking about. You're right. Doesn't seem to be anyone around at all. Well, let's go check it out anyway. I realize her full name is Lotta Hart because she got a lot of heart. It took you that long? Sorry. Kidding. I take it enough. I can dish it out every once in a while, right? So does that mean Larry Butts has a hairy butts? Hey, I think they called him that, didn't they? Who is it that calls him that? Was it Mia that kept calling him that? No, it was Gumshoe. Gumshoe keeps calling him hairy butts. Small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around. They're probably closed because of the murder. Can we move in there? Caretaker's shack. We can. Let's break in. Yes. Haha. Breaking laws for the sake of peace. Oh, Jesus. Hi, caretaker. Meg, is that you? Is that Keith with you? Hey, it's me, Keith. Where have you two been? I've been worried sick. Nick, you handle this. Me dumb? Okay, no, you're not dumb. You're not dumb. You're not dumb. I'm just playing. No, I'm just playing. I'm sorry. I take it back. I think Larry is just unlucky. Larry's having a week similar to me. Me and Larry are both having real unlucky weeks. Nick, you can handle this. I think I'll leave this one up to you, actually. Meg? Yes. Finally made up your mind, have you? My mind. Wait, pause. Is this the guy that's getting on the stand? You're telling me the two best witnesses we have for this crime are someone who literally lied because they wanted to be the main character and an old man that can't see straight? How is he supposed to see the murder if he can't even tell that Maya is not Meg and I'm not Keith? What is supposed to be happening here? You'll run the pasta shop when I'm gone. Pasta? Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. You make your old man proud. When you kids left the house, I didn't know what to think. How am I supposed to keep this place running, an old man like me? Polly, the kids are home. Hello? Hello? Nick, what was that? A parrot? All right. The one on that perch. Keith, yes. I leave the wet noodle in your capable hands, Sonny. I don't want it. Nick, what's the wet noodle? I don't know. I don't know, Maya. Feel sorry for Larry. He's just trying to sell samurai dogs. He's just trying to make, you know, some good money after turning away from a life of crime. And now he's got no samurai dogs because our dog ate them all. He ruined someone's career because they decided to quit because Gordy was actually just an inflatable samurai. And also, he was accused of murder, which is tough, which is very tough. Based on the available evidence, I'd say it's the name of his pasta shop. That's a relief, isn't it, Polly? Hello, hello. I'm not gonna squawk, but that's my best parrot impression. Yep. He fell asleep. I guess he's relieved. Hi, sir. I don't think we're gonna wake him up, are we? Oh, we got him. This is a boat rental shop, right? What are you talking about? This here's the Palace of Pasta, the wet noodle. Though, now that you mention it, we haven't gotten many orders for spaghetti lately. Yeah, I imagine that you haven't. Did I miss Missile? You did miss Missile. We took Missile out for a walk. He ate Larry's samurai dogs. Nick ruined two people's jobs. Are we sure he's not the villain in this case? I don't think we had anything to do with that. Did we? I don't think it's our fault. All the kids come up and say, "Yo, dude, we want to ride in one of your boats." That's why I keep them boats out there. Youngsters these days, darned if I understand them. I'm pretty confused myself. Nick, this isn't going anywhere. Yeah, but this old man is the witness tomorrow, right? We've got to find some way of getting information out of him. How is this guy supposed to take the stand? Come on. Yet another uphill battle for Phoenix Wright. Sir, I still have some questions. A pasta shop? To think the wet noodle will live on when I'm gone. My father started it, you know. So that makes you two the third generation, not us. It's not us. I don't know where your kids are. It's not us. Meg? Yes? Tomorrow we'll start with the secrets of dough tossing. Tomorrow you're gonna be on the stand for a murder trial. Your Honor, we can't let him up there. Dough tossing? You too, Keith. Yes? You'll be the best pasta wrangler the West has ever seen. Not what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I've got a job. I'm booked, unfortunately. Pasta wrangler, the West. Is it pasta from Italy? Meg? Yes? You know the best pasta's always been made west of the Rockies, don't you? Right, of course. Everybody knows that. For sure. Nick, how long do we have to keep up this all-in-the-family charade? This old man must know something about the murder. We're not leaving until we find out what that is. I've got just the thing. Sir, have a look at this. That a lawyer's badge? Yes, it is, actually. I'm glad you asked. Let me tell you about it. I don't believe it. This old guy's the first person to recognize my badge. I get it. Huh? I got you figured out now. You do? You're not Keith. Well, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not Keith. Technically, everywhere can be the West if you put your mind to it. That's true. That's true. If you put yourself a little bit to the east of it, everything's to the west. Nick, now's our chance to clear things up. Sir, no, I'm not Keith. And I'm not Meg either. We're here investigating a murder that took place on this lake the other night. Please help us. A lawyer, huh? Please, mister. All right, I'll help. But on one condition. What's that? When this case is over and done, you'll run the wet noodle. Not running the wet noodle. Cannot promise to do that. I cannot do that. I do not want to. I went to school for law. I do not want to run the wet noodle. Is that any way to treat your old man? You're not my old man. You want my help? You've come to the wrong man. I think we messed up. Uh-oh, now he's grumpy. Not to mention, he still thinks we're his kids. Maybe we should just lie and say we'll run his shop? Okay, we promise. I guess so. Nick, are you sure about this? Hey, anything to get this case solved. Also, who wouldn't want to eat Phoenix noodles? I guess so. That's my boy. Good for you, Keith. Thank you, sir. Didn't I just say... You too, Meg. Yes? You bring a tear to your old man's eye, you know. The East is just very, very, very far west on the globe. Yeah. Yeah, you're kind of right. Now, what was that you wanted to know? Speak up, Polly. Hello! Hello! Now he's talking to the bird again. How do we get him to talk to us? Well, we did the lawyer badge already. I wonder if we've got to present anything else. Did you see anything? I've seen this. You know something about this, sir? Keith? Yes. It's okay. You can call me Dad. Not doing that. You're not my dad. You're not my dad. Did Polly murder the man? Is Polly a criminal burb? Oh my gosh, we found the culprit. Your Honor, it's the bird. Dad, you know something about this? The other night, out on the lake. Yes, yes? I know all about that. I seen it. I don't believe you. You don't even recognize your own children. How are you going to be able to tell us who the murderer was? This guy can't take the stand. Tell us what you saw. Well, I suppose, since you're taking over the shop and all, not taking over the shop. Not doing that. Takes a shady burb to know one. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I forget the time, but it was pretty dark outside. Probably night. It was after midnight, but okay, yeah. Then I heard this bang, so I look outside. Then I heard another one. Bang! 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 Curry from downtown! A little while later, this boat comes back. Then a young man walked by my window here. Oh! Oh, okay. That's crazy. He was muttering something to himself. What did he say? Yep. I forgot. Oh my goodness. Wasn't there 3 bangs? I swear. I thought there was 3. This was fired 3 times, but everyone's talking about 2 bangs. I forgot. I'll remember tomorrow by court time, promise. Great. We need to know earlier than that. I just need to know how this guy's supposed to take the stand. Considering where this case is leading, he should really settle for the noodle shop life. Phoenix should? Or the old man should? You really? Maybe I turn away from my life of attorneying and I do settle down at the wet noodle. Well, I guess if he's gonna remember it by tomorrow, there's not a lot that we can really do. I can do some quick inspections and then turn it on over to Gumshoe, I guess. What an amazing parrot that is. Good morning. Hello. It ignored her. Why don't we just run the noodle store? It sounds profitable. We might make more money. That's a good point. We might make more money than we're making now. What, you forgot Meg? You gotta call her name first. Her name? Polly, how you been? Hello. Hello. See? Chekhov's gun. Everything that's mentioned should be used. That's what it is, right? So this parrot's name is Polly. Parrot added to the court record. Okay. The erstwhile companion of the boat shop caretaker answers to the name Polly. Phoenix Ace Noodler. We run the noodle shop and we do small claims court on the side. Ooh, I like this. I like this. Phoenix Flaming Noodles and Samurai Dog collab. You're onto something. You're onto something. Old Polly can say lots of things. You just need to know the secret words. The secret words? Will you tell me the secret words? My memory's gotten worse of late. You're joking. That's why I just tell everything important to old Polly here. Everything important? I wonder. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228. That's... Quick, get his money and run. Hey, Polly, watch it, will ya? Haha, see, Nick? All it takes is a little clever thinking. And a criminal mind. Quick, Nick, write that number down. Don't get me involved in your little heist schemes. You know what? Little Terry was just here. Who the hell is Little Terry? Terry? That kid next door. You always used to make him cry, remember? No, I don't remember. And also, there's no one that lives next door. We are in the middle of nowhere. Is Polly going to be a witness? Polly would probably be a more reputable witness than the caretaker. I would rather have the bird on the stand than this guy. We can have Missile as our mascot. I'm sold. I'm in. I'm putting down the attorney badge. All fun and games until Larry's hit with the cease and desist. Yeah, we can't bring the Steel Samurai collab, unfortunately. He was wearing this tattered old coat, got himself some whiskers growing out of his face. He must be talking about Detective Gumshoe. We used to make Detective Gumshoe cry as a kid. He comes up and tells me to come down to court tomorrow. Really? Somehow I don't think we're gonna get much useful information from this guy. Maya, maybe we should be leaving. I think you're right. Oh wait, I had one more question. Polly, have we forgotten something? Don't forget DL6. Huh? I repeat. Huh? What did she just say? One more time, Polly. Don't forget DL6. What the? The DL6 incident? Dad. And he's out. Oh, man. Who is this old guy? Something is sus with Polly. Something is sus about this whole situation. What on earth is going on? Why would that bird Polly know about DL6? We have to figure out who that old man is. This is interesting. Oh, what? He locked the door from the other side. Is he playing dumb? Is this guy playing dumb? Maybe he's actually like totally cognizant and he's just playing dumb. I think I need to do a little more research on this DL6 incident. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe. Gumshoe, I'm coming back. Did Polly murder? Genuinely, I don't know. I wouldn't put anything past this game at this point. Polly could hold the gun with its feet, right? My only thing is I don't. This guy doesn't look like Polly very much. This doesn't look like Polly. Maybe Polly was pulling the strings. All right, Gumshoe, I'm coming for you. Hey, pal, long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong this time? Actually, we wanted to ask you something. Yeah? You know the boat rental shop down at Gourd Lake? Oh, yeah. The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right? Huh, how do you... That was supposed to be top secret. Do you know who that old man is, Detective? Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird, and he's got a bit of an odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. It's 3 birds in a trench coat! This explains so much. This explains so much. I decided first that he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. I would agree with that. That's why we called Ms. Lotta Hart yesterday. As for who he is, we have absolutely no idea. Sounds suspicious. Detective Gumshoe, please help us. Huh? We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think that it has something to do with this current case. To tell the truth, I don't know much about DL6 either. Well, how does the parrot know, but none of us know? It's photoshopped? True. Lotta's in on it, and she photoshopped the person over the parrot. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file, so I'm afraid I can't show him to you either, pal. Can he do that? However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I'd consider opening the file up. Interesting. What's that? A parrot? The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. The parrot knew about that incident. That incident? DL6. Huh? I knew we just had to show the parrot. That's crazy. What a crazy plot twist. I'm pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would that old man know about the DL6 incident? Wait, what if that old man was connected to DL6? I'm telling you right now, he's playing dumb. Nick, you think he might be? I get you. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. That's what I've been saying. How old is Lala? Surely she'd be the same age as Miles during DL6. I think Lotta might be a year or two younger because she's still in school, right? And Miles is 24 and we're 23, so maybe she's 22, 21. What if the bird taught the old man the DL6 incident? Ooh, wouldn't that be something? The old man is he's clueless. And the bird is pulling all the strings behind the scenes. Through there is the station's record room. I'll give you special permission to go in and find what you need. Alright, way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick, to the records room. Guess it's time we faced Edgeworth's past. Ooh, interesting. Let's go. Oh, records room. Oh, I like this. I like this. December 26th, Police Department records room. Wow, it's amazingly dusty. 10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess. Looks like my apartment. My apartment is so dusty. You can check their profiles and evidence. Yeah, I saw that. Let's see. Oh, 22. I was right. How about that? Miles is 24. Are we in here? He's 65? Holy smokes. We don't know how old he is. Let's find that DL6 stuff quick. 15 years ago, both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We were almost through with 4th grade when he suddenly transferred. Because of DL6? Nick, I found out where the file is. Thanks. Just let me know what you want to know about the DL6 incident. I'll go get the right file. Alright. What about the summary? Let's start with the basics. First, I have to get a handle on the main facts like a summary. Right. Summary. Found it. Here you go. December 28th, 2001. That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. So in 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse. Huh? Is this the same district courthouse where we're holding the trial now? Looks like it. Interesting. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all of the lights went out. Oh my. Wow, that was some earthquake. At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. That would be scary like that in the dark. Oh! There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator, and the survivors were unconscious. Survivors? One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father. Oh! Okay. Interesting. He said that his father was shot before his very eyes, so Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in the elevator. Interesting. I wonder how far into it his dad was shot? You know, was it towards the end of the 5 hours or was it in the beginning of the 5 hours? Do you have data on the victim, Edgeworth's father? Yeah, hold on. Victim, here. Found it. Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. He had lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son, Miles. He had lost that day's case in court. Oh, okay. Miles. Miles Edgeworth, of course. So he was in the elevator with his father. The bird was the final passenger. It was Miles, his dad, and Polly. From the angle of the bullet and other evidence, it could not have been a suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh. Sounds just like this current case. What's going on here? Huh. Interesting. Got any data on the suspect in there? That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on, this is it. Man was arrested as a suspect in DL6 was Yanni Yogi. He was a clerk in the court, apparently. Huh. So he must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it. But he was found innocent thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond. Interesting. Hammond, the victim in our case. And if Miles was there, and if Robert Hammond... Oh no, Robert was the defense attorney. If the suspect killed Miles' father, then Miles certainly knows who did it. So the fact that he got away is crazy. Right. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived, so much so that he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared. Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder? He may be closer than we think. Interesting. Very interesting. I guess I know generally what happened in DL6 now. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. Nick, are we gonna take the whole file? There's too much. We'll never get it out. You're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? DL6 case file added to the court record. Interesting. Yogi is the old man. That's a good theory. That's a good theory. I like that theory. Although, from the photo that we saw, the three people in there, Yogi looked pretty young. And if Miles, he looked around the same age as Miles' dad, and I'm just speculating, he looked around the same age as Miles' dad, so he'd be 50, and that old man looks a little bit older than 50, but I could also be way off the mark. I do like that theory. That's probably all we'll be able to find here. Now all that's left is the trial tomorrow. I think the old man is suspicious. I'm with you. I think the old man is suspicious. Or the bird ate Yogi. Rest in peace, Yogi, in that case. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Holy moly. All right. Save your progress. Yes, please. All right, off to the court case. December 27th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. Here we go. We're back. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. And Von Karma has nothing to say. Good to see you too, Von Karma. Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who's the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Nothing? He's so disrespectful. Very well, no opening statement, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. I forgot how annoying this guy was, and how much he grinds my gears. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. No, it won't. I guarantee it won't. Order. Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now?
Objection.
Must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. What, you gotta watch a show that comes on? What do you mean you have no time to waste? Count Dracula's back. He is back. I'll call my witness now. Right. Why don't I ever get to make an opening statement? I call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. Here we go. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. And he's asleep. Witness, state your profession. This is the best you got, Von Karma? This man here? He's asleep. Oh, come on. I'm the proprietor of the restaurant The Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. Oh, and I also rent boats. This trial can't be over in 3 minutes because I don't think this guy can speak enough sentences in 3 minutes to get out what he needs to say. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. No. Objection. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet.
Objection.
Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah. Is he a sheep? Bah. I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. That's your fault. That's not mine. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Yes, dude. We got the judge on our side, finally. And he's asleep. Well, I'm not really sure. What do you mean? My memory, Your Honor. The witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. So if he can't recall his own name, how can we expect him to get on the stand and recount the night of the murder? How? He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. I disagree. I just simply disagree. Very well, let's hear his testimony then, shall we? Witness. Witness testimony the night of the murder. He could be Yogi then. He could. You're right. That's a good point, Raven, because they keep hiding his name. He actually could be Yogi. You're right. Why else would they be hiding his name? Ooh, I like that theory. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats, as usual. Then I heard a bang. Steph Curry hit one from half court. Bang! When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang! Just about then, the boat comes back to shore, and a man walks by my window. Very well, I'd like to begin the cross-examination.
Objection.
You can't just not let me do my job. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Then what am I doing here? Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict, now. Yes, Mr. Wright. Yeah, I'm gonna cross-examine. That's insane. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin. Oh, he's mad. Oh, he's really angry. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma. 3 minutes just passed. That's not my fault that you put that expectation out there. That's not on me. That's on you, dude. Well, then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examination. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Hold it! Just after midnight, you say? Yep, just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure. What do you mean pretty sure? When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. Can we get him out of the courtroom and hold him in contempt of court? I know, he tried to do it to us. Why can't we do it to him? He's just interrupting the trial time and time again. I agree. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. And he's gone.
Objection.
How can he sleep through that? I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right? Hello? Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did. You see? Continue. Alrighty then. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. I gotta ask about this. Is there any... I have to press him on everything because I just don't trust a single thing that comes out of his mouth. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. Yeah, the parrot. That's a really good idea. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. Not... Where does this man think he is?
Objection.
The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. This guy's got places to be. Then I heard a bang. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there was 2 men out there, yep. But you couldn't see them clearly. Yep. At the time, that is. At the time. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. And that is where I need to press. Press. No pun intended. Ha ha ha. Can't believe I haven't made that joke yet. By your window. By my window. Right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was standing right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I have a bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Hold it. Are you sure? And he's gone. Dad. Don't. Dead certain, Keith. Okay, relax. He said, I can't believe he's dead, and as he was walking by, too. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him. That Edgeworth boy. Oh. Is he okay? Can someone check on him? Is he okay? This sounds like decisive evidence. Your Honor, the witness just passed out. What do you mean this sounds like decisive evidence? Okay, all right, carry on. I see no room for doubt. Von Karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I'd better act quick or this trial's gonna be over. Objection! Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun.
Objection.
Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? Did he just die? The fact that no one's checking on him is concerning. And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. No, no, no. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. But we have nothing to prove that. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? I'm going to raise another objection. This is actually a load of crap. Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie...
Objection.
Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Then Karma, where's the evidence? Show it, bro. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. That's not my job. That's your job. You're the prosecutor. What an insane... Karma really... He brings out an ugly side to me. I'm not usually this aggressive. Karma makes me really mad for some reason. Way more than Edgeworth did. Oh, he makes me infuriated. Nick, do we have evidence? I don't think we do. Because that's not our job to gather it. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please, I love this stance. This stance is so funny. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you. Tisk, tisk, tisk. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough. The witness may leave the stand. Already? Already, he may? Oh, he's alive. Good. He already left the stand, really. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Really? Nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. Did we just lose? Huh? This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. What? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. How? How? No. 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 How? The accused will surrender to the court immediately to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. No. No. Oh, thank God. Maya, do it again. Do it again. Huh? Huh? Larry? Larry? What is going on? I didn't even know he was at the trial. Larry swooping in and saving the day. Man, that was a nice bait from them. I actually thought we were going to have to start over. I thought I picked a wrong route or something. Oh, this is fun. Larry, what are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday, but today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Oh. Karma does remind me of Dio a little bit, now that you mention it. Order! Objection! What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? There are no rules in this court. Anyone can just walk up onto the stand. That's that is crazy. Of course he is. Got to be there for Nick and Edgy. Dude, look, this is so hype. This is so hype. Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Oh, let's go, Larry. Let him testify. Let him cook. Let him cook. Was Dio a lawyer? I totally forgot about that. Order, order. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. If only it wasn't Larry. It's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. He could make things even worse. Even worse than what? Miles is already being declared guilty. Might as well go all in at this point. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. I wanted Gumshoe instead. Gumshoe would have been a good one. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. This is the worst judge of all time. I mean, what a liability to have in the courtroom. He's terrible at his job. Genuinely. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. Lay down the law, Judge. I always knew you were a good judge. What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Wow. Drama. Drama. How about that? Oh, that was only about 28 minutes? The main writer for this game has mentioned he doesn't like Larry, which I don't understand because why not just write him better? I love Larry. I love Larry. It's pretty common though, actually, for some writers not to like their characters. If you read or watch Jujutsu Kaisen, the mangaka of Jujutsu Kaisen actually does not like Gojo. Even though Gojo is like the fan favorite, the writer's like, yeah, I don't actually like him. And I don't know if he likes Yuji that much. Alright, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to save real quick. Nice, nice. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth, but we're back in business. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night? Yeah. Yeah, he was. He said he went looking for the Steel Samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. But he found the balloon in the air tank that night because there was a pop in the air tank too. Like a bang. So that could be one of the bangs that they heard. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh. You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? That's a good question. That's a good question. Oh. Sorry. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. What? I didn't have a reason, really. So they were in the boat together. I'm lost. Right. Yeah, this might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses. Perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. Oh, we're throwing him off his game a little bit. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. That's so funny. The game came full circle. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15, and actually, if we want to get, like, every single thing out of the way, it was 28 minutes that we were in there. Everything's on Larry now. Here we go. So Miles was in the boat. It's so weird. It's so odd. All right, Larry, show us what you got, man. Let's see it. Let's see it. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw. On the night of December 24th. Right. Leave it to me. That's our Larry. Man, he looks so confident up there. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. Let's see. Let's find out. Larry, I'm sorry. I'm going to yell at you a little bit up here, I'm sure. And it's not any hard feelings. 1, I'm just loud. 2, I'm trying to save our friend. Things are looking very sus. Things are looking... I have no idea where this case is going to go at this point. Genuinely. This one has stumped me. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang! I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That's not the most in-depth testimony, but thank you, Larry. I'll cross-examine it, certainly. I'll be fine. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Yeah, he's a little bit of a loose cannon. We've come this far. There's no way to go but forward. True that. True that. Larry's hitting the next, I'm going to be the next Hokage pose. He looks real nervous to be the next Hokage. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. You're going to have to press for the court's sake. I know what you were looking for, but the court has to know. Looking for something? Yeah. Mr. Butts, what was it that you were looking for?
Objection.
What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Oh, he's going to get really mad every time we ask a question, because it's out of his control now. He doesn't have his little... He's not pulling the strings anymore. You can't see my hands, but I'm pulling strings. What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely, he was hunting for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth, actually. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. I love how Ace Attorney cases stump me, and one by one the pieces fall together when you play the right evidence. I know! It's really cool because Ace Attorney, like, they do it time and time again, right? Because every case has to be interesting, and they do it over the course of 6 mainline games and other ones. It's very good. The writers are very good. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. I'm mostly curious, did you rent it or did you steal the boat? Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour, but I guess it was around 12 o'clock, yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. When was this game made? Well, I guess people use Apple Watches. I don't.
Objection.
Just as I was thinking about going home, I heard a bang! Hold it! Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Interesting. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? You know, we have a photo of the clear lake that we got from Lada. Or, well, Mr. Butts. Whoa, everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of the case. Excited for me to play Miles Edgeworth Investigations? I would love to play as Edgy. That'd be so fun. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That's crazy. So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick, it was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess it should start working on the contradictions. Sorry, I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Huh. I don't think we'll need her. I think we've got some good stuff here. I'll press on one more thing, And then I think I know where I'm going with this. Karma's pissed. He's mad. He's mad. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There were so many things wrong. I don't know where to begin. Well, okay. First of all, what time was it? It was just after 11 when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour? Well, because he was looking for something. I quietly slipped the boat back in the rental dock and I heard a bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after that, I heard a gunshot and I went home. So, what I'm thinking is we've got this picture of an empty lake somewhere, right? Over map. Here we go. So that actually checks out. That checks out, right? Oh, but it doesn't contradict it. That one's on me, Your Honor. Sorry about that. That one's on me. That one's on me. My mind wasn't working right. That's okay. I don't think that won me any points with the judge, that's for sure. Alright. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. Well, this gun was fired 3 times, which is a problem. Which is a problem. And it's been a problem throughout the whole case. Nobody mentions 3 times. Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow. It clearly contradicts the... No, it does. It literally does. No. Okay. I don't think that won any points with the judge either. There's a lot of points with the judge. Apparently, Von Karma can pretty much cuss him out. But man, if I submit one wrong piece of evidence, it's the end of the world. Awesome. Awesome. So I heard that single gunshot. No. Wrong button. Wrong button. Sorry. It was a very wishy-washy testimony. And this is where I have a problem. I heard that single gunshot. Let's see. No, the time doesn't line up. He took the boat back to the dock at midnight, and he heard the gunshot at 12:15. No, that doesn't add up. That doesn't add up. Just when I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. What time was it at, Larry? No, Larry, what time was it at? I didn't see a boat, so after I heard that single shot, I went home. I know, I'm yelling at Larry. We can be a little nicer. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Interesting, interesting. Does he tell us what time he went home? Yeah, well, Nick, it's a pretty wishy-washy testimony. Okay, so he doesn't tell us what time he went home at, but he does tell us here that it was at 11 o'clock, right? Oh, it was after 11, just after 11, okay. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Around what time did he put the boat back? Searching for about an hour. It was around 12 o'clock. He wouldn't have heard the gunshot. He wouldn't have heard the gunshot. He wouldn't have heard it. He wouldn't have heard the gunshot. Because the gunshot rang out at 12:15. Objection. Okay, that one didn't... Awesome. Great. Larry, you're not helping me out here, man. Gah. I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. Where did the sound come from? I looked around and he looked at the lake, but he didn't see a boat. I know what I'm supposed to do. I just don't know where to submit it, I feel. And after I heard that single this is too specific. There has to be something here. After I heard a single gunshot, I went home. Does that contradict anything here? I don't think it does. The problem is, when he... I'm stuck. I am stuck, man. Oh, here it is. Lotta said she heard 2 gunshots. Boom, this is big. There it is. Holy moly, it took us forever to get here, but we finally got here. Wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard 1 bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Ms. Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Okay, you can be a little nicer to him, Phoenix! Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? You know, I think he's got a point. We could be a little nicer to him, right? Could be a little bit nicer to the guy. Mr. Butts. What? You only heard 1 gunshot? Are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Not sure? How could you not be sure? Well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Was this dude listening to music? My radio, dude, with my headphones. Yeah. Alrighty then. I no longer like Larry. No, come on. He's doing his best up there. He's trying his hardest. Order, and stop that booing. Who's booing? What is this? This isn't a television show. Someone's life is on the line. Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yes, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's a big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Who cares about what he thinks? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testimony. Don't think you have the choice to do that. I don't think you can choose that. I was getting ice cream, but yeah, numbers usually lead somewhere. Yeah, that's what I was like, that's way too specific of a statement to say anything. What ice cream did you get? The important question. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? No, he should. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Huh, yeah, isn't that crazy? Very well, Mr. Butts, please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. Not feeling so good. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. Here we go. What Larry heard. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. Interesting. You were listening to your radio at a high volume? Okay, I'm with Larry. This isn't a crime. I listen to my music pretty loud. I think this is fine. I don't think there's a problem with this. Get Miss Oldbag would put Karma in his place. You're right. Holy moly. Vanilla with M&M's. That's a good one. Hard serve or soft serve? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? Tell him, Larry. I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. I don't either. He didn't know that he was going to be at the scene of a crime. Or maybe he should just leave that out. Can you believe a word this witness says? Oh, so we won't trust Larry, but we'll trust the guy who can't remember his name. Yeah, that makes sense. What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Yeah, get him. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when we heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? An announcer. The guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could not have, or so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. Can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Oh, Larry, I'm gonna need you to step up here. You are fumbling a little bit. Right, I would rather Larry get up there and tell the truth than lie. Every witness that we put up here lies. At least Larry's telling the truth, or trying to. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. For Larry's sake, I won't press him on that. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio. Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to?
Objection.
This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. I disagree. Okay. Apparently the judge agrees with Karma. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to? I was listening to it real booming loud. I'd like to listen to the radio on full blast next to Karma's ear. Sit him down. But I'm sure I heard the gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying. Interesting. Please tell me. What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. I actually think that this is important, because if we can figure out what the DJ said, then we know exactly when the gunshot went off. So I actually do think that this is important. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. No, we should care. This is important. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask, Fine, very well, but Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when he heard the gunshot? Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. Interesting. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. All right, Larry, relax. Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. But there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. Let's see. I was listening to it real booming loud. Real booming loud? Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. Shoot. But I'm sure I heard the gunshot. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it, but I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? I remember exactly what the DJ was saying. Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. That can't be, because that means it would have been December 24th. But this photo here... This says there were two sounds like gunshots just after midnight on 12/25. But if it's almost Christmas, then it's Christmas Eve and it's not midnight yet. Objection. I'm on fire today, huh? Larry, are you absolutely sure that what you're saying is correct? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easily. I beg to differ. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. Ha ha ha! That would seem to be the case, yes, but that contradicts the two testimonies we have heard so far, Your Honor. Both Ms. Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Holy moly. Order, order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. I want to snap like that. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. Huh? Larry? No, he's not suspicious. He's not suspicious. It's almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? I think Larry's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. That line trends every Christmas on Tumblr. I love that. That's really funny. I love that. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. I do, actually. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. Well, this photo would have been taken automatically after hearing a bang at 11:50. Take that! Take that! Look at this photo. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Ms. Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Well, Larry said he didn't see a boat. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Aha! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then where does that leave us? Ms. Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered it 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. Interesting. Why would this be?
Objection.
I'm getting good at it. I was practicing. Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? You gotta go, but you're gonna rewatch the VOD. No worries, Raven. You have a good rest of your night and a good weekend. We won't be streaming for too much longer anyway. We'll probably wrap up this section and end it. So, Raven, you have a good one. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. I'm remembering the mystery now. It's all coming back to you after years, huh? There's no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any. Do I have any evidence that it's a... Do I? From the DL6, I don't know if I do. I don't know if I do have any evidence. Let's see. Please show the court evidence if you have any of the gun firing at 11:50. Time of death, sometime on the 24th or the 25th. That could be it. We could present that one. Taken automatically on 12:25 at 12:15 a.m. That doesn't help us. Shows an empty lake, taken automatically on 12:24 at 11:50. That doesn't prove anything. So right now, this is our best bet. That's not going to do anything. That's not going to do anything. An overhead map of Gourd Lake probably won't help us out here. Found in the victim's body, the ballistic markings match the murder weapon's barrel. Fired 3... There it is! Once before midnight. Finally! Finally! Once before midnight and twice after midnight. This has been bugging me the whole case. Everyone kept talking about 2 shots, but this was fired 3 times. Thank you. Oh my gosh, my head is so clear. This feels so good. Oh my gosh, this is hype. You're right, Hollow. This is very hype. This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something odd about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Me too, Phoenix. Me too. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Oh, let's go. Oh, that had been bugging me since we started this case. Order. That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Thank you, Karma, for stating what I just said. Why, I ask you, why? I'd better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. Yeah. What's wrong, Nick? I have it. Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya. Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm gonna run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe. We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. That's a good point. Just run with it at this point, yeah? You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Okay. Right. Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. Wow. Oh, he's mad. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So you finally realized the truth? There could be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. No. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. This is true. This is the tough part. Is what happened? Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit, it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. What do you mean by that? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 0:15. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. I'm lost. Even the other cases funnel into this one. I love all the episodes they link together. I agree. This is cool. This is really cool. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Maybe. Maybe. Explain who the 2 men on the boat are. The murderer and Hammond. Edgeworth and the murderer. Or Edgeworth and Hammond. Okay. So this is the photo that was taken at 12:15. The murderer and Hammond? Edgeworth and the murderer? Or Edgeworth and Hammond? I don't know. I wish I was Phoenix Wright, because I have no idea. It looks like I got 2 chances to get it right. So, is it Edgeworth? It's not Edgeworth and Hammond. Edgeworth and the murderer? Or is it the murderer and Hammond? This is Edgeworth and the murderer. That's what I'm going with. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50. There we go. He assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes. Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name? Right. It's Miles Edgeworth? Lotta Hart? I don't know. It's not Lotta. Is it? No, of course not. Of course it's not Lotta. I don't know. I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. Oh, it's the old man. It's the old man. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. Wow. Wow. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. This dude's been playing us like a fiddle. This dude has been playing dumb the whole time. This dude has been playing dumb the whole time. Sometimes you have to figure out how it's possible for the defendant to be innocent and put together the middle pieces. Yeah! That's fun. Dude, this game series is sweet. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat? Wow. Wow. What? Well, then where did the murder take place? Show the judge where the murder really took place. Okay, so we would have... This is interesting. They think the murder took place out here. But since it didn't take place on the boat, and it's if we think it's the old man, the only place it could is the boat shop. Take that! Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. It's also a noodle shop. That way, he can meet with the victim without anyone seeing.
Objection.
Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. Whoa, the boat's doing tricks out there. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor. Even though he was wearing headphones at the time, which means he had to be close. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat? The boat shop. Holy moly. Mr. Wright, what happened that night at Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really, but I think if I start at the very beginning and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. Am I testifying? That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. Interesting. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? The boat shop caretaker. Into the water to frame Edgeworth. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details, details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. Because the first shot missed, or to create a witness? It was to create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? How many times have I said create a witness in the past 20 seconds? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then he disappears. He's out of there. The murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. Very, very interesting. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Wow! This is really in-depth. This is cool. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Wow. Wow. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. Oh, he's in hot water. He's in trouble. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. He's in trouble. Ah. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Hi, Miles. About time we saw you up there. Larry was doing donuts on the boat. He was doing tricks out there. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said. Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes, several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared! And he isn't in the boat shop. Oh. Oh, he's gone. What? What should I do? Find it, quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Wow. Wow. I wonder what Von Karma's thinking. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. He's so mad. He's so angry. A search warrant has already been issued. Goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. Wow. Wow. How fun. 1:22 p.m. Dang, this one's been going all afternoon. Yay, Nick, you did it. Yeah, well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with this testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. True that. True that. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. I literally was testifying. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth. Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably gonna get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little bit. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth. No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but... I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. Huh? Did he kill his dad? Was he the one to kill his dad? No. No, I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it, right? That's the cliffhanger? That's crazy. That's the cliffhanger, huh? Wowee. Wowee. Wow. Wow. Well, I'm going to call it on that one. That's a good note to end on. It's trauma dumping time in the next stream. Not trauma dumping time yet. Next stream, next stream. Trauma dumping must be rescheduled. I can only stream like 2 hours right now before my voice starts to hurt. It's not that bad, but I also have to go to the bathroom, and once I start streaming for 2 hours too, my energy dips sometimes. So we'll call it here. And then I don't have my schedule out quite yet. It should be out by Saturday. Of course, it'll be posted to Twitter and to YouTube, and then it'll be posted to TikTok and Instagram as well. As always, thanks for hanging out with me. This was a very fun stream. I feel like these get better and better. Ace Attorney never gives me any problems, which is very nice. I like that Ace Attorney doesn't give me problems. Every other game seems to give me problems. Well, I'll tell you what. I've got a couple of other games on my docket that I want to try too, but I also really want to finish this. I really want to finish this case. So what I'm thinking the first stream of next week is going to be Ace Attorney, and then maybe we'll play something else. But I really want to finish this. Really want to. That was fun, though. I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad you had fun. It's got to be cool reliving like a game like this where it's like there's so many facts to uncover, but you've already played it. But it's so long ago that you can only barely put the pieces together. That's how I think I'll feel when I play the first Apollo Justice game. I think there's going to be a lot of aha, oh yeah, I remember that moments. But I don't think that there's going to be, like, I don't think it's going to ruin my experience. It'll just be a more unique one. Because that was my introduction into this game when I was a kid, was playing the first Apollo Justice game. Peace, Hollow, and peace, everybody. Thank you guys for stopping. Thank you guys for stopping by and hanging out with me. This was a lot of fun. So schedule again will be out by Saturday, and we'll know exactly when the trauma dumping from Miles Edgeworth is gonna take place. But until then, have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see ya in the next stream. See ya.